Hey everybody, this is Karma. Welcome back to my channel and my life stories. This video was sponsored by Pops Trading Post and Sylvia Saenz. A link to both Pops Trading Post and for Sylvia Saenz has been listed below. Thanks for joining me today. I have a wonderful story that I know you'll like, so kick back, relax, and without further delay, on to the story. Just about everyone that knows me knows this story, as I have told it many, many times. I can never tell it without my voice cracking just a bit, because of the lesson it taught me and how I learned to keep my heart open. I got married to my husband in 1991. My husband did not come alone. He was part of a package deal. I married into a ready-made family and suddenly found myself with an 8-year-old son. Things were not peachy keen at first. As a matter of fact, things were very rocky between my son and I. Slowly but surely, we made our way. I never blamed my son for the way he felt. He had suffered a lot of heartbreak in his short life, and he didn't know who or how to trust. And that is a whole other story in itself. We got married on Valentine's Day, February 14th, with a mad 8-year-old in tow. Our wedding pictures show a happy couple and one very bitter 8-year-old. Every time I see those pictures, I see an 8-year-old that has had his life ruined. By that December, we all found ourselves giddy with excitement, just waiting for Christmas to arrive. Our first Christmas as a family. We had weathered that first year through a lot of ups and downs, through trials and tribulations, but now, finally, we were headed towards something good. Christmas, the most joyous time of the year. I couldn't wait for the family traditions that I knew we would start. Our tree was decorated with all of my husband's and son's decorations. The only concession made for me were red bows on the tree. I simply adore red bows. Our tree was just beautiful with all the Hallmark decorations and bows on it. Everyday presents would magically appear underneath the tree. One day, a big box that looked like it might have been wrapped by a little boy showed up under the tree. It was wrapped in the Sunday comics and looked like it had been taped within an inch of its life. That evening, my son informed me that that was my gift and very mysteriously added, "It's what you've always wanted." I looked at the tag and sure enough, the tag had my name on it. Well, anyone who knows me knows I have absolutely no patience. I've been known to shake a gift or two to see if I can guess what's inside. Knowing that gift was for me and knowing it was what I always wanted drove me insane. What was it? A bracelet? A necklace? A car? What? What? Even a quick shake when no one was looking didn't garner me any new intel, as the package itself was a little light. Maybe a shirt? As the days went by, I was lightheaded with excitement. Every day, my son, who had turned 9 that September, would point at it and say, "It's what you've always wanted." Then Christmas finally came. As a nod to my side of the family's traditions, my son insisted to his father that we would stay up until midnight so we could open our gifts on Christmas Day at 12:01 a.m. My husband graciously bowed to this request, and that's what we did and have always done since then. At exactly 12:01 a.m., my son distributed all the gifts, but I noticed that the gift he had for me was not included. "I'm saving the best for last," he said as I caught my husband giving him a saucy wink. After all the gifts were opened and I was ready to jump out of my skin, my son picked up his gift and reverently handed it to me. It was difficult to open it with all the tape, but my husband said that was so I didn't try to cheat and open the gift early to see what it was. I was insulted by this, as I only shake the gifts but don't open them. With shaky hands, I managed to get the box opened. My heart was beating in my throat. I rooted around the tissue paper in the box and finally was able to grasp something. I had all kinds of thoughts careening through my head. What was it? What was it? I finally pulled it out and looked at my hand and saw a potato peeler. At that moment, I was speechless. Was my world crashing around me? Was this a joke? What the? But I turned and looked at my son. His eyes were shining brightly. See, he exclaimed, it's what you always wanted. I could barely form the words, but I finally managed to, thank you, honey, it's lovely. Don't you remember, Mom, he said? You were peeling potatoes in the kitchen and you cut yourself. You said, just once, I wish I could peel these darn potatoes without cutting myself. See? It's what you always wanted. I was stunned. He remembered that? What kind of a materialistic person was I to not see that this was a true gift from the heart?
Lord, this Christmas, let me give more than I take. Lord, this Christmas, let me think more than complain.
With my eyes tearing up, I thanked him again and gave him a big hug. You're absolutely right, I said. It is what I always wanted. How I treasure that potato peeler. It's the first thing that goes into my purse whenever we move, and I can honestly say that I cannot remember the last time I cut my fingers peeling potatoes. Thanks to my son, I learned the true meaning of Christmas. None of the gifts are important without the love behind them. So I wish everyone all the joy and love the season brings. And most of all, I hope you too received a gift that is what you've always wanted. What a wonderful story. I really enjoyed reading it. I'll bet this lady has never looked at gifts the same way again. Of course, everyone loves getting gifts for Christmas, but this should really be the time of the season when we are kinder to others and remember that what is important to one person may not be as important to someone else. Let me know in the comments section if you have received a gift from the heart. I would love to hear those stories. Thank you so much to the author that sent me this story. If you would like your story read on my channel, please submit it to karma@karmagetin.com or post to u/Karmagetin on Reddit. All stories will be read anonymously with either initials or descriptions only. Thank you again, Pops Trading Post and Sylvia Saenz for sponsoring today's video. If you would like to place an order through Pops Trading Post, please use discount code Karmagetin, all caps, for a 20% discount at checkout. That's it for today. Catch you in the next one. And remember, do something nice today and help me change the world.
It's not their turn, it's my turn to shine. Like the rays of the sunlight reaching out my arms.
If If you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share with anyone and subscribe to not miss any new videos that come out. Please stay tuned for a brief introduction to Sylvia Saenz and some of her amazing music. Laters! Sylvia, thank you for taking the time to do this introduction for us. Can we start with you telling us a little bit about who you are?
Hi, this is Sylvia Saenz, and I would like to say a little bit about me. I am a psychic, singer, songwriter, brain gym consultant. I rewire brains. I consider myself first a psychic because that's a God calling, something that God called me to do to help other people to gain insight about their lives and guide them along their way. But I also use the tools of brain gym to rewire their brains, as well as I do music, my love, since I was 11 years old.
So what was the first song you ever wrote?
And the very first song that I ever did was I Saw a Martian. And it actually got runner up in Song of the Year.
Can you tell us how many songs you've written?
So I've written over 300 songs, 100 poems, and I love music. I love helping other people. I love inspiring other people. I've went on a lot of competitions.
I feel like your music is very motivational and inspiring, as in, after the rain comes the sun. Has anyone ever expressed how your music has affected them?
And I actually heard from one of my students, because I also was a counselor for 24 years as a school counselor. And she said just the title and me showing her the CD, it caused her not to commit suicide. I was so touched by that. I think that music heals. It reaches souls, and I really love doing the work of music.
How have you been inspired to write your songs?
I just am drawn, and the songs just come to me instantly. I've been very fortunate through God's help to be on national TV and get standing ovations and different opportunities.
What about my favorite song of yours, It's My Turn to Shine?
Well, the story behind that one was there was a teacher of the year that was looking for a song for her. It came to me, and it's called It's My Turn to Shine, and I sang it to her, and it later became a CD and also has won awards. So,
do you have anything new in the works? For example, you have Lord This Christmas, which was featured in this video.
There's a story behind Lord This Christmas. I remember I was doing a Christmas event, and at that time I had not written any Christmas songs. And I was talking to my sister on the phone, and she said, sis, they would like me to, play the guitar for them, Christmas songs, but they don't want to hear my songs. And she's like, Sylvia, it's very simple. You're a songwriter. Write a song about Christmas. I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. So after the phone call, I think every time I produce a song or I compose it, when somebody asks me to write a song, and it just comes from God, a direct channel. But this time it was more of a miracle for the reason that I got off the phone, the song came to me, the melody and the words, but I actually got on my little Casio VL tone piano and I started playing it, and I don't know how to play piano. So that was a real miracle. That song is amazing. I've been on #1 music, and it's gotten #1 over 60 times. I stopped counting. That's how many times. But I'm going to do it as a single, and for the first time, I'll be selling it at Bob Duncan Center in Arlington on December 22nd. And also, I'm going to sell my new release called Now I Let Go. I'm so excited about that one. That one you cannot find anywhere on YouTube. It's not anywhere. Neither are my Spanish songs that I do with mariachis. Those are also not found. You got to buy them by me only.
Sylvia, thank you for all your time and your amazing music. Do you have any last words for our viewers?
So I'm very proud to share this information with you, and I trust that this will inspire you, that there are no limits, that we are spirit, and that love and happiness happens through motivation. Take care.